Hello, YouTubers and all those who happen to watch. Hope you guys are all doing quite well nonetheless. This is my first impressions of Gunman Clive. Now, this, of course, is also on iOS, the PC slash Desora, or Deshora, whatever the heck you want to pronounce it, and the 3DS, which is also 3D compatible on the 3DS. The first impressions of the game initially is, as the guy who developed the game initially says, it is a generic shooter. It just about is that, but at the same time, it's not a bad kind of generic shooter. It takes an interesting approach with the art style where it looks like it's an old piece of paper hand-drawn. The atmosphere, again, is all grays and gritty and everything of that nature, so it adds an interesting aspect of this graphics to it. Like, it just looks and feels interesting. There's two characters you can play as, which is Cleve, or aka the Gunman Cleve, or Clive, whatever the heck you want to call it. And you get to play as Miss Johnson, which she, out of the box, is actually a surprisingly decent character to play with. What she can do is when she jumps, if you hold the jump button down, she can actually hover, just like Peach or Princess Daisy. Whatever you like to call the princess from Mario, it doesn't matter to me. So overall, the characters both have their own little strengths to them. For example, Cleve, while he can't levitate or float, I believe his damage is a little bit more up there, as well as he's a little bit more quicker than Miss Johnson. Because she's wearing a dress, I'm assuming she moves a little bit slower. So again, they both have their checks and balances. If you want to play a straightforward shooter, you play with Cleve. If you want to play with a hovering Miss Johnson, you play with her. So again, it makes it a little bit easier to float around and, get the game done. Overall, I'm very impressed with the handling of the controls. The controls are quite decent. Probably plays or handles a little bit better with a gamepad on the PC. Again, this is all just speculation. The D-pad on the 3DS, to me, doesn't quite feel... It feels, I don't know, it just feels weird to me. The circle pad, or the circle button, which is the analog stick on the 3DS, it doesn't do the game justice very well. It feels very weird because the whole analog, and to me, I like for an analog to be tilting, not sliding around. Again, I always feel kind of awkward with that. So again, the game itself handles great. The music itself is decent. It isn't anything to write home about, but however, it does have a nice chip tune to it, a nice cheerful sound to it. So again, I would like to provide some gameplay for the actual game, but again, I just sadly have to provide you with a trailer, and that's practically it, because again, the 3DS and my capabilities of being able to record the game is a little bit sketchy. I mean, for $2, it's not too bad of a purchase. You can get this again on the iOS store, Google Play, or Desora, or the Nintendo 3DS store. So either way, you got all those nice options to be able to access this game, and it's really, for $2, a good investment, I assume, anyway. But anyway, that's just my opinion and first impressions of the game. The game could probably drastically change in my mindset for all I know, so that's why I'm only fairly saying this is my first impressions, because I haven't fully myself beaten the game yet. But so far, the interesting two characters having their own little strengths and balances is quite an interesting little approach to the simplistic $2 game. So again, that's just my opinion. I'm sticking to it. Take it easy, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and take care.